Motherfucking bitches.
Okay, let's do it. How have you been?
It's just been a stressful few months. Legal lawsuits.
My biggest fear was that I would be canceled.
Are we diving into this right now?
Ramble.
Pretty basic.
This episode of Pretty Basic is brought to you by DoorDash. Use code PRETTY for 25% off your order of $15 or more. Also, thank you to Macy's, Omaze, and Skillshare for sponsoring this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back to your favorite podcast, Pretty Motherfucking Basic.
pretty motherfucking basic.
We had our merch drop this morning, and
Can we talk about that?
I heard that it went very well, actually.
You guys, I was just in such a good mood all morning because of it.
I'm so happy.
But not, obviously not because it is doing well and, like that side. But
yeah.
The excitement of the DMs I've gotten from people saying, I've been waiting years for this. I finally got it. I set my alarms. All of that, that was making me smile all morning.
I can't believe it took us so long, but I do think that what we dropped, we dropped so many things. Yeah. I feel like it was well worth waiting for. Mm-hmm. My mom was texting me that she was very upset because the things that she wanted had sold out.
Oh my God. I had friends tell me that too. They're like, I wanted it sold out. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we can get more of everything. But if you guys purchased, or even if you couldn't and you wanted to, thank you guys for the support and for the patience, because we've been working on that for a very long time. And I think it's so funny that we've been working on all avenues of merch for so long, and then we just were like boom, 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 dropping it all right now. Everyone's like, merch queens. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I know there's a lot going on right now, but yeah, and then your merch too.
As you know, I've never done merch before, and it is just, it's so crazy to see people wearing it. It's the weirdest thing ever, because first it just was an idea, and then it's just a mock-up online, and then it's just one single one that you're just sampling, and then all of a sudden people are wearing it in real life.
Oh my God, no. 1,000% agree. I cannot wait for people to start getting their Pretty Basic packages. So
I can't wait.
So thank you to everyone who ordered. Obviously, if you didn't, we still freaking love you more than anything. Thank you so much for listening. Obviously, this episode is kind of geared towards just the highs and lows of 2021. Some of our favorites, products, also non-conventional favorites, and then also just some, some of the lows, what were some shitty times? Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about them.
Let's pretend this is therapy. I haven't been in a few weeks, so.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
great.
good.
That
Me
sounds
too.
great.
Me too. Okay. Well, how have you been? I'm right there with you.
Are we diving into this right now? Because we can. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're starting. Sorry.
I guess we're starting with a low.
I was like, is it bad to start with a low?
No, I would just love to hear how you're actually doing right now.
Yeah. Overall, good. I was laughing hysterically just now because I actually went and got dinner with a friend the other day. It was me, Ashley, and a friend we used to go to elementary school with, right?
Oh.
And she was visiting in town, and she asked Ashley, how are you doing? And Ash starts talking about work. She's like, no, your personal life. So then Ashley starts diving into her personal life and all these things. And then she looks at me when Ashley's done talking and says, so Alisha, how's your personal life going? Blank. I was like, personal life? That's a thing? Genuinely, I was trying to think of anything that was not work related. And I was like, oh, that's a problem.
But that's good that you're aware.
Oh, great that I'm aware.
That's the first step in making a change.
Yes. Which I've known. And then I was just opening up to her. I was like, oh my God, I do feel like I am on the edge of burnout again. And it scares me because I've been there. And I know that that's always going to be a reoccurring thing. And I feel like I'm really trying and finding balance. The irony of doing Vlogmas right now where you're posting every single day, but that's separate. It's totally separate. It's not, but it's separate. In my head, I'm like, yeah, it's separate.
Well, okay, if you're feeling on the edge of burnout again, what are you going to take steps to hopefully avoid it?
So this is what I was telling her. I was saying I think it's almost more frustrating this time around because I really have been trying to actively delegate more, to hire more people, to make it easier for me. And I think because I've been putting in effort, it makes it feel more overwhelming versus a few years ago when I had a huge burnout moment. I knew right away, I was like, oh my God, I have no help. I'm doing everything myself. So even though that hit me harder, it was easier to kind of come out of it. Cause I was like, okay, the obvious answer is get help, but then I was even telling her, and I was like, I know I need to be more gentle on myself because like we have Parallel, we have Pretty Basic, we have so many new things, which is amazing, but I can't pretend that it's just still me filming YouTube videos in my bedroom anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I was going to say you did hire on more people for the help that you needed when you were burnt out a few years ago, but you've added more to your plate since then.
And you too. Like I think
but do you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like then I think you need even more help than like you hired enough and you've been delegating enough to help you with what you were struggling with the original burnout. But now that you added on more, inevitably you're going to burn out. Exactly. Like that's just math.
So, but I think it frustrates me more because I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm putting in effort. I'm trying. And like, I feel like I'm still kind of like hitting this ceiling, but onto, I mean, that's a good thing that we're busy.
I think this time of year is also very stressful for everybody for a multitude of reasons. Mm-hmm. And I think, I don't know, I think burnout is so...
I love that it's more normal now.
It's very normal. And I think that whether it's you or whether it's like one of our friends or whoever it may be, like it happens for everybody at some capacity. So do you have any tips for anybody who's listening that might be feeling burnt out?
Bitch, when I tell you, so our friend, her name's Becca, she tells me this. Blew my mind. She was like, I get you and I know you. So she goes, okay, let me ask you a question. How much money is your mental health worth to you? And I was like,
priceless.
Mm-hmm. Priceless. Like genuinely. Obviously this year I've been trying to be more aware of my mental health and like actually putting in effort and not just saying things like, oh my God, I need a me day. Like actually like doing the hard stuff and the times that I always say, oh, I hate that I'm addicted to my phone right now or I'm on my phone 24/7. Like it's putting into action. That's what's hard is actually like not just being aware of it, like doing it, I'm like thinking of like what my mental health is worth. And she helped me put into perspective because I think sometimes for me, when it comes to editing a video, I'm like, oh, I don't want to hire someone because I could physically do that, So she was like, so is hiring someone and paying them a few $100s to edit that video worth your mental health? And I'm like, shit, yeah, easy. If that's for my mental health, And I feel like you can, whoever's listening, you can put in, like whatever is more related to you. For instance, maybe you feel really bad about going to dinner with your friends when you have like a lot of work to do. But is that few hours out with friends worth your mental health of actually being around people and socializing with other people and friends and stuff? I feel like especially after this past year, we all realize how valuable that is. So obviously going back to me with editing, even though I'm physically capable and able to edit a video myself, is it worth it for me to just hire that out and be able to have a few hours to myself that day, So I was like, oh my God, duh, like mental health, priceless, like self-care, priceless, like, wow, that really helped. And then she goes, okay, so now that you know that number, okay, of like what your mental health is worth, how much money would your burnout cost you? And I fucking sat there with my mouth actually wide open. Like it dropped. She said, no, really. Think of if you were to be burnt out for 2 months, okay? And you had to quit your job, you had to whatever. How much money is you being burnt out actually going to cost you? And I was like, I got chills. I'm not even kidding. And I really feel like it made me, I have it right now. Like it made me have a new perspective of like, holy shit. Why would I not try to put in actions to stop this burnout if like, what's the end goal here? What are we actually looking at? Because now I can see, and obviously not everything in life is about money. Also, there's personal relationships. Is your burnout going to cost your relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your marriage or whatever it is? So obviously it's not just speaking like monetarily, but in my case, we were talking about that. And I was sitting there like, damn, that's deep. So then I'm like, that's so deep. She was like, no, think of that number. Literally write it down if you want to. And then instantly I was thinking about Pretty Basic and I was thinking about us and I was like, oh my God, like I need to put in these steps to make sure I'm good. So you're good. So Pretty Basic's good. So like, it's so easy to get into your head and to be like, oh my God, I'm so busy. I'm so burnt out. And not really thinking about the people around you and like the employees we've hired for Parallel. Like my burnout is like, that's
like people are contingent on your mental health.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it put me in a different perspective of like, holy shit, if I'm not even going to do this, like for me, I need to do it for these people. Like, you know, having that night to myself or fucking forcing myself to be off my phone and actually just like live or whatever it is. I think that's something I wish I'd done so much better this year and being more active about that, because I feel like I've done that horribly this year. And then what was funny was after we had this conversation, she goes, okay, now think back to the first question. Is your burnout worth a $200 massage? You know, that maybe you're like, oh my God, I could never. Or is it worth, you know, having a night out with your girlfriends and skipping work or skipping, you know, maybe there's a trip that you've been wanting to go on and you feel like, no, I shouldn't. Or maybe it's, you know, whatever the case is. And to me, it was like easy, like duh. Something I feel guilty about every single time is when I sleep in, because in my head, I'm not being productive, blah, 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 blah. And like, to me now, looking back, is sleeping in a day or two a week worth it? Yes, of course it is. But in my head, when it happens, I'm like, oh my God, I should be doing blah, 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 blah. And like, that's a perfect example of just how my head works sometimes. But needless to say, we actually met up the other day, obviously. And that was something I literally wrote down in my phone. So I was like, wait, I need to write this down in my phone. It's so good. But I knew you'd love that.
I'm kind of speechless.
Isn't that insane?
That was really, no. That was very enlightening. And then I think just hearing you speak like that, I've never in our whole friendship ever heard you talk about or have that sort of viewpoint on anything regarding mental health. Like, you speak about mental health so much, but I feel like this was a whole new awakening for mental health for you, which is great.
I think because normally when I think of anxiety or depression, I think of a lot of I'm like, oh, these are things to help other people. But I think it took me out of myself. I don't know. I think I struggle so much with thinking, oh my God, well, I can do it, or like add it to the plate, whatever. But like, I don't know. I feel like I get protective now. I'm like, oh my God, Remy, like pretty basic, our baby. That means a lot, because honestly, like even when I was sitting with her, I was like, this is so good. I felt like it was just like, I needed to hear that, like talking to my soul. I was like, damn, something needs to change.
But I think also with us doing social media for a living and for so long, you're staring at yourself all day long. Everything is about you. Every email is about you. It's what time do you need to be here? What time are you getting your hair done? What time are you filming this? You need to turn this in. It's you. So even if you're not a super narcissistic person, it's just like, it's so easy to just constantly think about your to-do list. What do you need to do? How do you get this done? How do you do that? So it's good to have that perspective, because there are so many people around us that help us get what we do done, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Yeah.
So it's good to remember all those people as well.
Yeah.
And know that they're contingent on you, you're contingent on them, and that it's like a whole cycle and a whole process to get done what needs to be done.
Totally. Can you believe how much colder it's been lately?
I love it.
Like foggy, coldy. It's all moody. It's like, boom.
I love that I actually need a jacket.
I know. Honestly, jackets make everything, like your outfit, so much cuter.
So much cuter, so much more comfortable. You feel so little and petite in your big jacket.
Yeah, I really want to go do a snow trip soon.
I would love. Let's go. Actually, for me personally, I will be in Minnesota during the holidays this year.
God, yeah.
I happened to look at the weather in LA today, and I also had Hutchinson, Minnesota pulled up on my phone. I wasn't looking, and I happened to notice that it was 6 degrees during the daytime.
I thought you were gonna say 60.
Let's look at let's look at it right now. Currently, 3 degrees. It's gonna be 3 degrees.
Okay, genuine question. I don't get why people would want to live there. 3 degrees. I'm very aware that I grew up in Southern California where there are no seasons, and I'm all for cold. I'm all for snow. I'm all for fall. I'm all for all seasons. 3 degrees.
Let me tell you, I'm going to go to Minnesota, and as soon as I get there, I'm going to have Cal drive me to the Mall of America. I'm going to hit up a Macy's. I'm going to get a heated blanket.
Yeah.
Socks galore.
Heated socks.
Heated socks.
Heated gloves.
Heated face mask.
Heated
everything
scarf.
I could possibly need. Exactly. Maybe just like a whole heater for my body.
My brother lives in Alaska, and at times it's like negative 80 degrees.
Nope.
So I'll ask him tips for you.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. Well, on that note, I'm very excited for the holidays this year, and I have to give a huge shout out to Macy's. Actually, we just recently went to a wedding.
Yes, we did.
And I feel like, there's lots of weddings, lots of family functions and things coming up during this holiday season, and Macy's saved my butt. I found the most adorable ties there that matched my outfit perfectly. So Cal and I could be the cutest couple at the wedding.
You guys looked great together. It was almost like prom.
Thank you so much. It really was. It was. And it seriously, Macy's had everything I could have possibly wanted. They had the most amazing sales and I was just obsessed. I cannot wait to go and wear all my cute little puffer jackets. We can go. We love
puffer
skiing
jackets.
and boarding. We're going to go up to the mountains, be all cozy by the fire. We can, bake cookies, do all the cute little holiday traditions that we love to do. I've decided my new winter wardrobe is going to be leggings with my little baby Ugg boots.
Cute.
With a hoodie, a black hoodie or a white hoodie, and then a puffer jacket on top.
Ooh.
So I can wear whatever color puffer jacket I want.
But I have it up a little bit.
Yes, exactly. But a nice basic outfit underneath.
Oh, I
Pretty
love that.
basic, if you will.
One of my favorite like winter fashion outfits is definitely doing the same thing, a matching set suit and then having like a blazer over or a trench coat. So it looks like you're so fashionable, but in reality you're just wearing sweats.
And you're very comfortable
and you're
too.
so comfortable, you're warm.
We dress for comfort here at Pretty Basic. Regardless of the occasion this holiday season, Macy's is here to help. Whether you're stepping out for a party or stepping into comfy PJs at home, Macy's personal stylist will get you looking your best for your most merriest moments.
Visit Macys.com/personal stylist to connect with a personal stylist who will dress you to the nines, even if you're in bed by 9.
Again, that's Macys.com/personal stylist.
So that's how I've been.
This sounds good, though. It sounds like you've been good.
It was good.
We've been enlightened. We are happy.
I said that whole story because she said, how's your personal life? And I was like, and then we got into that. But yeah, I think moving into next year, starting literally now, I really want to have a different mindset with all of that. But that's something.
I'm really happy for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
very proud of you.
Thank you. How have you been?
I've been good.
Okay.
I've been really tired lately. And obviously with Vlogmas, it's just like very tiring as it is. But I was trying to figure out today as I was driving over here, I'm like, why am I so tired? I've been sleeping enough. I've been doing things, keeping myself busy. Why am I so exhausted? And I realized I am emotionally exhausted, completely emotionally exhausted. And I feel like that's just kind of
a different level.
Oh my God. Well, it's just kind of traveling into every aspect of my life because I feel like I'm not taking time for myself, but it's because I've been kind of preoccupied with just things going on in my life and kind of things that have been going on with my family and just people that are very close to me. And there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I won't get obviously into like personal details, but it's just been a lot. And I feel like this time, especially this time of year, is really hard for a lot of people. And it hasn't been easy, but I think not to say that I'm going on and posting every day and being like, la, 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 like, I'm so fine. Because I am fine. And like, I know that my family and we're always going to get through everything and it's going to be totally good. Because blood is thicker than water, what my mom always says. But it still is, when it's just in the back of your mind all the time, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like always there. And this year's just been hard on some members of my family.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes I have really bad years. Sometimes obviously like, and I need to be there. I'm having a good year and I'm able to be there for everybody else in my family that needs help right now. So I'm able to step up and be there, which I feel so grateful and lucky to be able to do so. But I feel like I wasn't realizing I was being there so much. I wasn't realizing how much it was taking a toll on me.
Oh my God, yeah.
So that's not to say that I'm going on Vlogmas every day and faking it and pretending like I'm fine, because I am fine.
Well, I feel like luckily our viewers are older now and they can understand what you mean by that versus before they would have been like, is it all fake? You're like, no, I really am excited about these cookies.
I love pushing Momo in the stroller at the mall. I'm fine. No, but I really am fine. But it's made me, like what you just said also resonates with me, because I am lucky enough to be able to financially, physically, mentally, emotionally be there for my family when they need me. And all the time, obviously, but especially when they need me. But then I kind of didn't realize how much it was affecting me also as an individual. So I feel like that's just why I'm really tired. But I know that we're going to get through this and that, eventually it'll be okay and I'll be fine. I have time for myself again.
Oh my God. And I think that's something that both of us can do right now. And I think a lot of we think of recharging or feeling rested from only sleep, but in reality, it's not just sleep. Like taking that 2 hours to not check your phone in the morning that sounds like what?
I'm just putting that on my list.
I
put it on my list for today.
But like that will recharge you. I think I need to do more things that will recharge me that aren't necessarily just sleeping. That obviously, like I love my sleep. I need like 10 hours every night. It's so bad. My mom's the same way.
So function.
I'm like, why can't I be one of those people who just only need like 6 hours and like blah, blah. I'm like, nope.
If you want me to be peak nice, Remy, I need 10. Anything down below, it's like I'll still be like,
I don't know. I've seen you at 9 hours, and it's like
sometimes it's pretty bad.
Sometimes I'm kidding.
No, I'm not.
That reminds me though. Have you seen those Instagrams or TikToks of people basically tips on like what you do in those situations? Because feeling emotionally burnout is genuinely, it's a different type of drain.
It's a different exhaustion.
Yes.
Please share. I don't know.
Oh my God, no. Like it's kind of setting boundaries with people, and I've had to do this with my mom plenty of times. Which, Mom, love you. I know you're smiling right now. I know everyone loves you, drum solo.
She's so cute.
For instance, there's a lot of different Instagrams and TikToks of how to word. Basically, if you're the person who needs to vent. So if I need to vent to you, instead of just getting in the car and like unloading, which I literally did the other day to you. So we're learning. Okay, we're learning. It's all about.
You did. I was like, oh, this poor bitch.
I was like, finally, we're in the car. Anyways.
You didn't ask me if I wanted to hear it, bitch.
That's what I said. I didn't.
It was funny because like 5 or 10 minutes in, I was like, oh shit, she's going.
I was like, okay, I really need your opinion. So that's exhibit A of what not to do was that.
No, I loved it. It was great.
What I should have done in that situation would be like, hey, would love your opinion. Do you have the emotional capacity to handle that right now? Like, can I like ask you a question? Blah, 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 blah. And I feel like that must be on I must be on that sort of side of TikTok.
I was gonna say, I haven't seen that.
No,
I have puppies.
Puppies. I'll start sending them to you. But it's really interesting because I feel like the more that I do that with people, they'll do that more with me.
I have a couple friends whom I love so much, but when we do text, it's novels
you
and
get
novels
anxiety,
and
even
novels.
though you know it's not about you. When you just see them typing or it's a paragraph, you just get anxiety and you're like, whoa, I'm supposed to be like this isn't even about me, and I'm feeling anxious. And like there are days where I can handle that, and there are days where I just cannot handle that. Yeah. It's nothing on that person. It's more of just how I'm personally doing. And I think it's really important to, one, be in tune with that. But then 2, I just cut you off, so please keep going.
No, you're fine. But also I think it's good to just like reply. Obviously, if they're sending you like a novel, then they want to chat.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is just send back like, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm busy right now, or hey, I'm so sorry, I can't reply to this right now.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you as soon as I'm free. Just like acknowledging it so they know like they saw it. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Even if like they're just having an issue with themselves or whatever it is that they need to talk about, like they were acknowledged and we will handle it. But maybe right now I just don't have the capacity to, whether I'm working, whether I'm just taking time to myself.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, it's like being open and telling those people, you know, I'm here for you as soon as I'm free.
Yeah, literally, even like, for instance, if it's something really, really, if it's a lot, like something that's really a lot, it's totally fine to go up to someone and be like, hey, I really would love to like share this with you, but it is kind of heavy. Like, is that okay? You know what I mean? Like, instead of just randomly like bringing something up that's like really deep or dark or whatever it is. Yeah. And then I think it just mentally prepares that person. And then 2, it does set a nice boundary because it would make me want to do that more for people, even though I literally didn't do that to you.
No. And also what we were talking about was so like,
yeah, it wasn't even,
it was so funny. Yeah. It was not a big deal.
But damn, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I'm fine. And when I say I'm fine, I really am fine.
But I know you're fine, but I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling.
Well, thank you. But Vlogmas otherwise has been very fun. I'm having a grand old time.
Yeah.
I feel like when I wake up in the morning, I have to like, I know you feel the same way too. It's like as soon as you wake up in the morning,
feeling like so many.
I just ignored her. I fully ignored her.
It was the wrong one.
I fully ignored her. I fully ignored her. I was like, I'm not gonna make her feel bad. Wait, finish this line. Finish this line. Waking up in the morning,
thinking about so many things.
Wait, then what's the next line?
I just really think
I
know it, bitches.
That's gonna be such a good TikTok.
I wasn't gonna make you feel bad. I just went
all
on.
the comments would have. It's okay.
I carried on.
They would have been like at 15, 22.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about things that let's carry on in this conversation.
Okay,
Let's be less sad, girls.
Yes.
So this carries on perfectly because I feel like this is something that I want to do and I like doing and I want to carry into 2022.
Yes.
But physically right now I cannot do so.
Ooh.
Where I want, and I've talked about this before, I want to wake up in the morning and I want to, Cal and I have a rule where whoever wakes up last in bed has to make the bed. Mm-hmm. Cal wakes up at the fucking crack of dawn for work. So I am making the bed every morning.
One day, can you please get up before him?
And go to the other bed.
And go to the guest room or something and see if he makes it.
He does. He follows the rule every time. Even if I am out, he'll make it. I know. But so I want to wake up in the morning, make my bed, brush my teeth, do my thing, not look at my phone. I want to have my coffee, not look at my phone. I want to have my breakfast, not look at my phone. Not look at any social media, not have any noise, not even music. And
Did you
love
see
my
me?
music.
I felt anxious thinking about that.
Oh, I thought you felt pure euphoria.
No. Of the thought of having to do that, but I would feel euphoria if that would, truly.
It's so peaceful. Not even music. I like to wake up and music is blasting the first second I get
Grande.
up. Yeah, absolutely.
0.5%.
Did you see?
I saw.
I love you, Ariana. So I want to do that and I feel true calmness by doing that. And lately in the mornings when I wake up and I immediately check my phone, in my head, it's already ruined for the day. I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll try tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll try tomorrow.
Yes.
And I physically can't, obviously, because of Vlogmas, because you wake up in the morning and you start editing at the crack of dawn.
But at least I've been feeling excited to wake up and get my vlog up.
Good.
Maybe that's dopamine. I don't know. But I'm just yes. But it's the phone. It's the letting one thing just throw off your whole day, and it truly is today's ruined.
It's that, and then also you're scrolling. It just takes, sometimes I swear, I don't know why I do this to myself. I'll scroll YouTube comments, I'll scroll Instagram, I'll scroll whatever it is, and it's almost like I'm waiting to find something bad, and then once I find something that makes me sad, whether it is a video I didn't want to see, a comment I didn't want to see, whatever it may be, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll start my day. Do you know what I mean?
It's
and
almost like your subconscious is looking, you're looking for it.
Oh,
you're let me find something.
Yes. Whenever I would read comments and I would cry to Cal about a comment that made me sad, he'd always be like, but it's like you're looking out for them almost. Like you're seeking bad comments because that's when you stop and you're sad about them. Why not why not read them?
I feel like I'm slightly different because it's not the hate comments for me, but it is something about being on social media and just feeling like at any moment, boom, anxiety could happen. I almost anticipate, is something gonna trigger me? Is something, not even trigger because I hate being that triggered me, but just that feeling of where, boom, instant, and then you're just
yeah.
The other day it happened to me and I was
yeah, I get it. I completely get it. So I would like to at least set the tone of my mornings in 2022 with just calmness.
See, and this year specifically, I've said that we've talked about this on the pod so many times. We said we would do a week of.
I know. Every week I come in here, I'm like, next week.
I'd be like, she didn't say anything.
Well, I didn't. I shit you not. That one day I was like, I did it this morning. I haven't done it since. One day.
What's weird, and I think this is probably why I'm feeling frustrated in many areas of my life, but this one specifically, is because I have the thought, don't go on your phone, but as I'm reaching for it, I grab it. And I don't listen to myself. So that's what's pissing me off, because even I'll be talking with a friend or someone will be over and I'm blah, 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 whatever. And then I think I feel myself being oh, I need to check my phone. And I'm no, you don't. As I'm no, you don't. No, you don't.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How much is your mental health worth to you? Think about that next time you do it.
Yes. So that's what I'm oh, this is so good.
Yeah. That's definitely something that I am looking forward to.
Yeah.
I that the one morning, that feeling of calmness I've had, I've never had again. Mm-hmm. And I'm longing for it.
You know what my favorite fucking feeling is in the entire world?
Just kidding. Sorry, Serena, cut that.
Wait. Can we leave it but bleep it? Yes. If you've ever dreamed of having the chance to win some awesome prizes like a Tesla, or experiences like karaoke with Charlize Theron, or, going to space in the Virgin Galactic, then you have to check out Omaze, the new way to give back to charity and have fun doing it.
You enter for the chance to win something amazing, and at the same time, you can donate to support great causes. It's a fun and easy way for nonprofits to raise money and for you to win big prizes like a multi-million-dollar house in Miami. Seriously, guys, I'm looking at these photos, and it is beautiful. There's like a really pretty infinity pool and a gorgeous I would host the best parties if I owned this house.
Oh my God. If you guys want to look, if you go to omaze.com/basic, type in Miami Dream House, you can see the photos that we're looking at. It's amazing. And then what's awesome is you can choose a donation amount from $10 to $150. And the more that you donate, the more entries you'll get.
Through your donations, Omaze has raised more than $150 million to support over 350 nonprofits around the world. Omaze was named in Fast Company's 2020 Most Innovative Companies and featured on Good Morning America, The Today Show, and Stephen Colbert.
Everyone deserves the chance to live their dreams. And with Omaze, extraordinary prizes are within reach for everyone. Enter today for your chance to win the Miami Dream House or other life-changing prizes and experiences at omaze.com/basic. Plus, receive 20 extra entries when you enter code BASIC20. That's OMAZE.com/basic.
All right, if you guys have listened to Pretty Basic for a while, you know that we love Skillshare.
Skillshare.
We are such well-rounded individuals because of Skillshare. No, but for real, we've learned how to do so many amazing things. Like, we've talked about calligraphy. There are like actual videography classes and really awesome things on there. If you are looking to become a well-rounded individual or you just want to learn a new skill, Skillshare has got you covered.
Rem, what class would you love to take?
I think I would love to take... You know what? I would love to take a cooking class because I can always learn more.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, it's like cooking is so specific to where you can learn even just the tiniest little technique.
Yes.
It can change everything.
Or even like learning about different cultures, different foods, things like that. Let's say you're not into cooking though. Skillshare has so many amazing online classes, especially if maybe you're trying to be an influencer. You just want to learn more about tech or videography, photography, whatever it may be. They have amazing classes. Like there's a YouTube success class, which is script, shoot, and edit with Marquez Brownlee. There's also Find Your Style, which is 5 exercises to unlock your creative identity, or portrait photography, which helps you shoot and edit Instagram-worthy shots.
And the best part is an annual subscription is less than $10 a month, and you have so many classes, like thousands of classes you can take. So whether it's just for a hobby or you're working in that career field and you want to get better, either way, you have them right at your disposal. So explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/basic and get 1 month free trial of premium membership.
That's 1 month of a premium membership at Skillshare.com/basic.
My favorite feeling, I get a high off of this, like genuinely, and I know you guys do too, and I know a lot of you do too when you listening. It's when I'm home, okay, and then it hits me. Where's my phone? And then it hits me even harder. It's still in my purse from when I came home 4 hours ago.
Wow.
I get oh my God.
Couldn't be me.
I'm tingling.
Couldn't be me. But I mostly just lose my phone a lot.
No, when I forget about my phone, like truly, I get this sense of happiness of like, and even like proudness. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm proud of myself. Like genuinely. And then I realize, oh my God, that's when I came home and that was 3-4 hours ago. And then it hits me, oh my God, I haven't been on my phone for that long. And it's like this freeing feeling. Like it's so, like that's how bad I think I've gotten.
I've made strides.
I didn't know it was so bad.
I've made strides recently because you know how my biggest fear with me not having my phone was that I would be canceled.
Yes.
In the meantime, while I hadn't had my phone, the other day, I didn't have my phone on me. I put it down somewhere and I totally lost it. And the thought crept up and I went, you know what? If it does happen, we'll worry about it when we cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Also, you have think about it. Oh, you could be canceled, but like you don't know.
That's
how I'm like, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, so you're like knitting or something because that's something you would be doing. You'd be like, I guess I don't know.
It's like I just never go on my phone again.
Literally.
Well, I'm very proud of us. I'm very much looking forward to our strides that we're going to make in 2022.
Like obviously a lot of good things has happened this year too, but I also want to talk about more of this stuff because I kind of feel like in the past we've only talked about resolutions or good things we've done, like, oh, I hit this milestone or I've done this, and less of the like, yeah, we're still working on that.
I was going to say, I can almost guarantee I probably did not complete any of my resolutions.
I don't think we had any. Did we make one?
I think we did, but I mean, I don't even personally want to look because I'm sure it was like communicate more, eat better, drink more water.
It was still in the pandemic though, so I feel like it was like hang out with friends.
See people.
See people. See people. That's it. See people.
Check and check. Okay, well, do you have any favorite products maybe that we can share with people or just other favorite things?
Yes. Oh my God. One of them you gave me.
What? What? The spray?
No. Close.
Not the spray. I don't know.
The Charlotte Tilbury lip oil.
Oh, you love.
I love.
She loves.
Do you have one or did you give me the one you had? Because
I have one.
Okay, thank God. I was scared you're going to want it back. I was like, do I tell her I love it?
No, I have my own too. The magic lip oil.
Yes. The magic lip oil.
I'm obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like actually Charlotte Tilbury as a brand is like one of the biggest brands as of 2021. Don't you agree? Like it came up so much this year.
Fully.
Honestly, mostly because of like TikTok and those Vogue videos, Allure videos. Another one of my favorite products is also a Charlotte Tilbury product. It has changed my life. It is the setting spray that I make everybody buy now. And the reason why I found it was because of TikTok and it blew up because obviously we're all wearing masks. And you spray it before you do your makeup. You put your makeup on. You spray it again after your makeup. And you can wear your mask all day long. No transfer whatsoever.
Oh, my God.
It is the most incredible product I've ever used. I'm obsessed with it.
I love that.
I love it. It's so good.
Another high of the year for me was obviously Parallel.
Yes.
Like,
Duh.
insane. I'm wearing the top right now. This is the mocha square neck long sleeve rim.
It's so cute. It looks
genuinely,
comfy.
it's so comfortable.
I got mad at Alisha the other day because I was like, where the fuck is my order? Where's my order? I've been waiting. I want to wear them. And then I realized I never actually paid for it. So my order didn't exist. You should have seen me. Yeah. I was in my email like, order number? Where is it? Tracking? I was like, no email. No email. No email. I can't wait to get mine once I buy it.
You'll get it. Don't worry, it's coming. So obviously that's been a huge high of just doing that and really exciting. But also I feel like that also comes with some lows of just, I feel like I've talked about this and I hate being vague because I don't want to be too vague, but just like the behind the scenes of it all is honestly so different. A 180, like polar opposite. We're Earth, it's Pluto, like completely different than I ever anticipated or expected. And I think there's been a lot of like headache and like just a lot of stuff. It's just been stressful, I guess. That's the easiest thing to say. It's just been a stressful few months. Hiring people, delegating, working with manufacturers, legal lawsuits, all of that, you know?
Lawsuits.
I'm like, I'm good, I'm fine.
Well, I think also, like, just like a baby, you can try and prepare as much as you possibly can, and it will never go exactly how you planned it. Even you speaking to so many other people and entrepreneurs who have started their own companies, all of them had different stories because it's never going to be one streamlined path
exactly
for your company.
To be honest, I'm so grateful because it's been such a learning curve. So that's a high and a low as its whole, but obviously a high way more than anything. But I'm really, really excited for next year and like everything that we're working on right now. And I'm someone who procrastinates. I weirdly almost take pride in that because I'm like, I'm just procrastinate. You can't procrastinate with this. Like you have to put, like, it has to be, there's so much. So,
but that's good. That's teaching you life lessons,
literally
skills,
learning so much. So very excited and grateful for that. But a huge favorite would obviously be the clothes. Like,
I would like to add on my favorites list, I have this square neck tank, which I have requested multiple times for more because I have worn mine so frequently, and I will have some as soon as they're made. I'm gonna go march over to the factory, and
don't worry, no, it'll be hand delivered.
Thank you so
hand
much.
Delivered with a bow.
I wanted the bus experience because I never got the bus experience.
Oh, technically, I offered and you said I didn't need to go. But let's get the party bus again, just for REMI, and you're gonna come on with us.
Yes,
we should do a party bus for no reason.
I would down. I was on Hollywood Boulevard the other day, and Lil Nas X was on one of those Hollywood buses.
You were there?
Yeah, he was just dancing.
Wait, why were you in Hollywood?
I was at a premiere, but I was just waiting. And so he happened to come by. I was like, a Lil Nas.
Wait, was it your TikTok that went viral?
No, I tried though. I was like, this is when I was really into TikTok. I was like, I'm gonna be famous. And I got like 20 views and I deleted it.
You deleted it?
Yeah, I was feeling a little insecure with my numbers, but that's okay.
No.
All right, another favorite of mine. I feel like I'll just bounce off that, obviously, but I made cooking with REMI. It's a real thing this year. I've talked about this multiple times, but I love the content. I love making it. I love the food.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately what I love most about it is the fact that I feel like I found my niche and what I truly love to do, and I look forward to it. And it's also opened up so many doors for me with just my own personal likings. Like I always knew I liked hosting, but now I'm like, oh, I love hosting. I love having people over. And I feel like this is all just an extension of me being an Enneagram too. And also just like loving people. So I love cooking for people, providing for people, hosting people, and Cooking with Remi has really opened up an avenue for me in that regard.
It has, because like you make a whole Thanksgiving special and then you need to do
People
something with the
it.
food. So
Exactly.
you're like, everyone come over. No, that's amazing.
Exactly.
I think one of my favorite memories of the entire year was something that TK's gonna love. I kind of forgot about this.
It was you throwing up in Indiana. Oh, really?
No.
I was like,
No.
really?
Right before that. No, the night before that, we were out, and I think it was the night before, and we were like dancing in the rain at a bar. Like it was outside. And I'm not kidding. I like before we were recording, I was like, oh, there was something that I feel like it just happened that I was like, oh my God, this is like a top moment. And it was that. And I remember this is always the case. Live in the fucking moment. Like we were about to kind of like, it was feeling like people were starting leaving, starting to get a little dead. We were like, oh, do we go home? So we're like about to go home, and then all of a sudden it starts like raining, right? And this is something about me I think a lot of people don't realize. I think they think a common misconception about me, I think, is that people think I'm very like, oh my God, like dirt, you know? Or like rain, or like I don't want to get my hair dirty or wet or whatever. But like genuinely in that moment, I was like, holy fuck, like fuck yes. We like go out, it starts pouring, everyone's like trying to duck and cover, and like our group just starts dancing. And it was everything. Like everything. And I was like, I don't care what's getting ruined. I'm just like having so much fun. And then of course, like all of the best songs come on, and it's just a group of people like dancing in the rain. Obviously drunk, but like that was a separate part. That probably also helps. But it was so much fun. I think that's the reason I got sick, but like would do it again.
Worth it.
Worth it. Worth the mental health. Worth it.
That's great though.
Yeah, I think that was a top highlight of the year.
That was a core
sure.
memory that you formed.
Yes, inside out, core memory.
Yes, the little balls.
It went to the 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just like going around in the brain.
It said drunk. Indiana.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
I think when you were talking about that, I was trying to think of a moment where I had an aha moment.
I love those.
I think for me, it was when I did my 5 a.m. video, and I woke up in the morning, and then Cal was already awake because he always wakes up that early. And we went to Malibu with just the puppies and him and I. And the sun was rising and the puppies were running around and they were playing as little sisters.
Yes.
And then I was just watching Cal play with the dogs. And I feel like that was a core memory for me because that's like peak all I've ever wanted in my life.
My God.
It was just pure serenity, and it was so calm, and I was so happy, and I didn't have to think about anything else other than just like being there with him and my doggies.
That.
And it was amazing.
I love that so much.
I gotta do that more often.
I know.
I gotta wake up that early. Okay, another thing that has brought me true comfort this year that I've loved since I was a kid, but now that I'm on my own and living on my own, and I just like obviously surround myself by things that make me feel the most comfortable. A Barefoot Dreams blanket.
Oh yes.
The most delicious, comforting security blanket in the world. Like I want to travel with it everywhere. It just reminds me of home and makes me feel comfortable. And my mom had them growing up when I was a kid.
Did she really?
So I feel like I like correlate them with my mom all the time, and I just feel so warm and cozy.
Oh my God. I do have one, but Rosie low-key stole it.
Oh, Rosie.
I know, little peanut. But would love more.
I knew that was coming.
I'm redoing my room. Maybe one that matches my room. Oh, I was trying to think of my favorite show this year. I think it was WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision was so
like that was
good.
this year, right? I
Was
think
it
that was
this
like back in February or March.
Oh, wow.
Like it was way.
I have a huge girl crush on Elizabeth Olsen.
She's so cool.
I'm obsessed. Did you watch Ingrid Goes West?
No.
Actually, maybe you shouldn't watch it. I don't think you'd
wait,
like it.
why did I feel like people have told me, they're like, maybe you shouldn't watch the show.
It's about
the stalker, right?
The stalker, and Elizabeth Olsen plays an influencer.
Oh, yes.
So it hits a little close to home, but it's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't think you personally would like it.
I had a like full-on panic attack last year. Was that 2 years? Was that last year?
I don't remember.
Remember when we were in Big Bear and we were watching that Cats documentary?
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
I I was so embarrassed because that was my first time really hanging out with Cal. Like, not really because you guys have been dating for a while, but like our first trip together, we're watching this documentary about this like murderer guy.
Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats.
Yeah.
And I
What was it that scared you? Because I still remember being like, is she okay? I don't know what happened.
I just started marinating on the idea of this guy became like a stalker type person. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
he was killing cats.
But wait, wasn't there?
He ended up killing someone too.
Oh, he was posting online. I think that was another trigger for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like
YouTube videos.
Yeah, there was like YouTube videos. Honestly, I forget the entire premise because I was like not able to focus. But I just kept thinking of how like it would be so easy for me to have a stalker and for them to come kill me. Like genuinely, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like, oh my God. And then seeing how easy the Facebook group people found him and where he lived, I was just like,
not easy though. That shit was pretty crazy. Remember they went to the vacuum store?
Yeah,
he had, like,
but like they were like looking on the maps and they were like, oh, like all these things. I was just like, oh my God. I just was not.
I get it.
And then like, yeah, just all of it together.
Don't watch Anger Goes West.
Okay.
Watch WandaVision again for a second time. I just started the show called The Good Place. And
my God.
Have you watched it?
I've watched a few episodes.
I'm obsessed.
That's pork.
It's so good. It's so good. I
couldn't get into it.
Oh, I love it.
I love Kristen Bell.
I'm obsessed with her. I like all the characters. But I'm obsessed with that show as of recently. But I think my favorite show of 2021, I really liked the show Clickbait.
Oh, I never watched it.
I don't know if you should watch that one either.
Oh. I think I'm okay now. I'm medicated.
Okay, you guys, we talk to you about DoorDash all the time. It is the most convenient app in the entire world. I actually just recently really needed batteries because I bought some cute little lights for my kitchen and I didn't have any batteries and I was on my way home and I was far too lazy to stop at the store. And I thought, you know what? Wait, I know. I can DoorDash batteries to my house. They got there before I could even get home.
I was going to say lazy or strategic. You tell me.
A little bit of both. And it's great because not only can you get batteries delivered in under an hour, you can get food from whatever your favorite restaurants are. Let's say you want a certain drink, toilet paper, paper towels, whatever it is, it will be delivered right to your door. It is the most convenient thing in the world.
I was actually at my parents' literally yesterday and I DoorDashed lunch for us all. And I was so excited because they finally got it in their area. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I love it. It's so convenient. It's the best. So if you guys don't know what DoorDash is, it connects you with the restaurants that you love right now and right to your door. You guys can get your grocery essentials that you need. Or again, as I said, drinks, snacks, food, whatever it is. Ordering is super easy. You just open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the contactless delivery drop-off setting. There's over 300,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. You can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and Cheesecake Factory. For a limited time, you guys can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code PRETTY. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code PRETTY. Don't forget that's code PRETTY for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Yes, I liked Clickbait a lot. I binged that all in one day. I loved WandaVision. I became a Marvel girly. Actually, it was last year. But Marvel girly, Harry Potter girly. I'm so well-rounded now. I think I'm supposed to watch Lord of the Rings soon.
That's a rough one.
Really?
It's, bitch, good luck.
Oh, no.
It's long. Like,
I'm sick.
Yeah. I don't think it's one at the end you'll be like the way how after Marvel or Harry Potter you're like, oh my God, I get it, I love it.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, I don't think you'll like it.
Oh shoot. Oh, everyone's saying no. Okay.
It's also like so.
I heard they're really long. Okay. Well, sorry,
like,
Cal.
I feel like Ashley's never said this, but I feel like even she's like,
oh,
and she loves that shit.
Yeah,
like she'll tell like she will fight me on this. But I feel like I'm like, when have you rewatched it, Ashley?
Let's ask
you rewatch Harry Potter all the time.
Let's ask her when she comes.
Okay.
One random thing that I've become obsessed with that you also love now. I found through Ariana Grande, again, 0.5 percentile. I've been watching The Voice here and there. My favorite girl went home, so I stopped watching. Her name was Raquel. But
justice for Raquel.
Honestly, she was so good. She was on Team Ariana. So Ariana, when they all get to, the chairs turn, they get to pick whoever's team they went on. If they have their picking, the coaches, which is Blake Shelton, John Legend, Kelly Clarkson, and Ariana Grande. Iconic. What a great set, though. They each get to give whoever chooses their team like a little box or a jacket or whatever it is. And so Ariana gave them lunch boxes that said Team Ariana and then had like a bunch of different like teas and like honey and things inside. And one thing that she put in was called Grethers, I might be saying this wrong, Grethers Pastilles, I think.
Okay.
And she was saying that she uses them on a daily basis. And she gets the black currant flavor. They're sugar-free, and they're like these little chewy, hard lozenges that lubricate your throat. Mm-hmm. It's got like glycerin and things in it, so when you sing, then your voice can be healthy and it sounds nice and clear.
It's kind of like a cough drop, but for instead of a cough, for
lubrication,
like
throat lubrication. So I was like, wait, I'm not a singer, but I have a podcast.
Yeah.
And I, as we all know, was so prone to losing my voice every week.
Yeah.
So I've started using these things and they just lube up the throat like no other. It's so good. They taste delicious.
They do. We had 2 each.
If you've got like a school project that you need to speak for, or you're just
if you get nervous and like stutter or like you worry about your voice in
cracking
any way,
or something,
whether it's singing, presenting,
maybe you've got a karaoke party you want to show
up before this episode comes out.
They said they sent me some actually. I know. I got them on Amazon, but you can buy them from
BRB. Just gonna tag them randomly.
Yes, that's a big favorite of mine as of this year.
I think one of my last big favorites is, besides just Good American, because I really do love them, the leather pants.
She loves those.
I've never felt so hot in a pair of pants.
Really?
They just fit me perfect. And I love them. These are also Good American.
Those are cute.
Yeah, the jeans I'm wearing.
I love their jeans as well. You got me into that brand so much. And I love that they have such a huge range of sizes.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've even like fluctuated within since I've started using that brand, and I've had to buy new pairs and, different sizes and things. But it always makes me feel, no matter what size I am, so hot and so comfortable.
Especially pants. I've always struggled with jeans, pants.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so hot in them. I feel comfortable. I also recommend it to people, and that's how you know when I'm like, yo, you need to buy. Even there was an influencer the other day, and they're like talking about the Aritzia pants, and they're like, I don't know, and I was like, no, buy these. You will thank me. You need them. You need them.
I have both, and I much prefer
especially if you have like thighs, like a thick, like more of a pear-shaped bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I like the good 90s. Those are my personal
Those are cute.
faves.
Those are cute.
Those are so comfortable.
Oh my God. I feel like we honestly can't do this. We cannot do this episode without talking about the high of having
the studio. That's so true.
Like genuinely insane. I know we talk about it a lot, but that was obviously a huge high for us.
I feel like it caused a mental shift for me to start taking Pretty Basic so much more. Not that I wasn't taking it seriously before, but I was like, oh wow, like this is a thing now. I love being able to physically come to a studio, or just, we haven't been able to go to a studio for years now. So it was so nice to come into a studio, and let alone let it
even
be our own studio.
It, like, getting the mock-ups for it. And we did do a few changes, but for the most part, this was like the mock-up that the designer came up with. We changed some colors around and little things, but it was so cool seeing it come to life. I think that was something that was definitely a high of the year.
I think also another high, we can end on this note if we'd like, is that we are stronger than ever. Yeah. Like, I feel like Pretty Basic has been around for so many years now, and we've seen so many shifts in whether it's team members or just shifts in our own personal lives. But we always come back here and we can sit on these couches and just, you and me, bitch,
forever
just have like a good conversation. And it just always, it still feels the same to me as it did the first day.
Yeah.
Just elevated.
Yeah.
And like, we've grown up so much. Our lives have changed so much, but I love that we can always come back and this is a constant. I was like, what's she looking at?
Like, isn't it weird we have a podcast?
No, I think about that all the time. Even like when we just chat in the car, I'm like, this is a podcast. We should start a podcast.
These are like those high thoughts where you're like, we have a podcast? 3 years later, we have a podcast.
Yeah, I forget all the time.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to our highs and lows episode of 2021. Some of our favorite products and, just how we've personally been lately.
I love that we start low and high.
Start low and high, bitch.
That's how we are.
No ceilings.
No ceilings. Except for the ceilings of our studio.
Oh, shit.
Well, don't forget, you guys, our merch is at prettybasic.com. Check it out. We've got some cute pieces. There's a ton of pieces, something for everybody. Keep listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we will catch you next week for our last episode of 2021.
Last episode of season 3.
And it's going to be really good. Trust me. Okay, bye.
Bye.